this young lady came to see me and she says, well, she wants to move. She wants to move to Texas. And she's in Miami. And she said if it's a good time to move to a new house and so on. So I said to her, yes, it's a good time. So I said, well, you were supposed to move last year. How come you didn't move last year and you're moving now? Because last year would have been better for you to move. And she says, well, I had an immigration problem and I had to stay back to get my green card. I said, oh, okay. So then what you're going to have to do is just wait a few months more, then move. Now, here's what happened really here. I don't know if you see it, but she wanted to move. She had a desire to move, but she couldn't move. And the reason why she couldn't move was because the universe didn't want her to move. Right? She said it was because of the green card or because of the immigration. That's what she said. But if you're an enlightened soul, if you are a person who's higher in consciousness, you realize that she cannot move. She could not move because the universe will not allow you to move. So it's the same like selling a house. Right? You're trying to sell a house. Now, what will make you sell that house? It's the universe. So the universe is what has to make you sell that house and make you get that house sold. Right? So, two things can happen. You can say, okay, I am mad because I don't want, the universe is not making my house sell. Right? I'm mad with God. That's not in the house. You can say that. Or you can say, well, you know what? I am going to deal with it as an experience. Deal with this whole thing as an experience. Experience it. Okay, I'm not supposed to move now. I will wait for the universe to make it move. But I will make a request to the universe. And usually when you relax back and you make that request, boom, the move comes. You ever notice that? When you stop fighting with something, then it happens. It's very simple. It's a way of prayer coming true. Right? So because we are so accustomed to living life, like the doctor said, well, take your medicine every day, take your capsules every day, your drugs every day, make sure you don't do this or you don't do that, and right away you follow that and you live the doctor's way, right? Or you can say, listen, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to create my own experience with this. I'm going to seek to cure it a different way, right? So, experiencing life and just living life is two different things. Now, if you're not happy, that means you're not living life. And if you are happy with your life, that means you are experiencing life. Now, what does life books do? What I do. I am here to make you have an experience of your life. I'm going to say to you, Maria, follow this principle, think about yourself, fast, do all of these things, say these prayers, because it's all about you. And wait for the universe to give you the message. As soon as the universe gives you the message, you know what you have to do. So with life coach says, tomorrow's a negative day. Okay, if it's tomorrow's a negative day, what do? Start to get scared, or start start to worry that, okay, oh boy, I'm going to have an accident tomorrow. I can't leave the house. So that means that you're just living. Now you take Swami Ram book and you're going to live according to the book. No. You have to use the book to anticipate the experience. So know ahead of time, okay, it's a negative day, so I have to deal with it. I know what I have to do. I have to prepare myself for that day. You know what? I'm not going to go to the doctor that day. If I go to the doctor that day, he's going to tell me he wants to operate on me. Most likely that happens. You go to the doctor on a negative day, they always say, well, you got to get a biopsy, or you got to get an MRI, or you got to get... Trace that, you'll see. But you go on a good day, everything is all right. You know? So it's an experience. You have to experience it. So don't just live, and that's why we are all confused. Now in the case of Leela, the story I told you, of the student who was confused, she didn't know what to follow and things like that, is because she did start in a 9-year, which would have created it, right? She should be aware of that and realize, okay, that the universe is testing her. And then she will bow to the universe, and let the universe decide her life, her career. Now, when she received the letter from a Harvard college or something like that, she refused to go because she had other ways of looking at life. She wanted to do her own business, things like that. So again, sometimes we kill our opportunities when we don't experience the universe. We kill the opportunities. Let's say the girl with the green card case, the immigration case, would have moved before, would force herself to move from Texas before the green card come through. She would have to go through the whole process again before she get through. Now, there are certain times you get a message. That's a message. The message is saying, don't do this, wait. Don't do that, wait. Right? If a number 9 year you want to get married, and he says, oh boy, he's not proposing, he's not proposing, he's not proposing. And when he does propose, what happens? You get married in the number 9 year, you force it, and then he dies or he gets sick the next year. Because the year that you marry is a bad year. Number 9 is a bad year for marriage. I have a lot of cases like that. People, they just give up the experience and they want to just do what they want to do and live. So that's why we have doubts, even among the people close to us. Because when you try to, you know, especially tell your husband, you know, tell your husband, you should follow Swami Ram, you know, follow his teachings. And he said, no, I don't believe in that. Right, Linda? So, huh? 9 years, when you take your number, you add it to the year, you get a 9. So, you're not running a 9 year now, so you're okay. But you need to get the book to understand 9 year. So the thing is, if you can use this knowledge as an experience, you'll be able to experience life better. Now when you eat your food, is it just eating or experiencing the food? I bet you may never experience your food. Yeah, you eat quickly because you know why? You gotta go to work. You gotta go to school, or you gotta go to this party. So you eat quickly. You just eat the food, you know, quickly, and it goes into your stomach and causes all kind of GERD, stomach pain, things like that. And then, but if you eat your food carefully, enjoy the taste of it, carefully, that food now becomes your blessing. So slow down your life a little bit and don't be in so much of a hurry, which is called impatience, and enjoy the moment of your life. That's what we should do. You know? And it's very important that you get the knowledge. Knowledge is when you learn about something. So it brings you down after you get knowledge what? Appreciation. Because only when you have knowledge then you get appreciation. You appreciate something if you know about it. Right? Because if the guy knows how you feel, if the guy knows how you think, if the guy knows how what your favorite color is or your favorite flowers are, it'll be nice, isn't it? Such good knowledge, great knowledge, right? If he knows what you feel like, and if you know what he feels like, then love is no longer just love, it's an experience. Many times, you're so busy to go to school, you're working, you're studying, and you're worrying about your teachers, you're worrying about your boss, you're worrying about everything else, and you're not worrying about the guy's feelings. Or worrying about what a guy wants in your life. So, it's very important that we start to experience what our life is like about. Okay? Now, one of the things that I wanted to show that, one of the ways I want to show that, is when you listen to the stories of the gods and so on. The stories of the gods are very, very fascinating because they're not just stories, they're experiences, right? And Lord Krishna, for example, they have many stories with him when he was young. One of the stories was that he used to steal the milk from the cow herds. When the gopis, they call them gopis. So when the ladies would bring the milk from the cows and make the yogurt and store it, Lord Krishna would go in and steal, as a big child, he would go in and steal all the milk. And he would drink all the milk and everything. And then he has stains of milk on his face, and he would doubt that he didn't drink any of the milk. And he would tell his mother, Jasodhara, that I didn't touch the milk. Meanwhile, the milk is all over his face. Right? And there's evidence right there. But someone would say, well, why is Lord Krishna, who is the Lord, is stealing the milk? Why is he a thief, right, of milk? But there's a lot of deepness to the story. In other words, the milk comes from the cow, and the cow is a representation of Lord Krishna. So is he stealing the milk or taking his own milk back? So see, there's the experience now, the story. And then, when he drank all this milk, he drank for a kid to drink tons of that milk. He would share with his friends and so on too. But when he did that, it's symbolic of the fact that he was taking all of this energy into him, all this food into him, that later on make him the most powerful person or God in the world, where he did miracles and so on. So the energy from that milk was what's the basis of the whole thing, that he took first from the world before he could give back to the world. So the milk represented the giving for knowledge, the giving of something for knowledge. because he provided knowledge to the universe and so on, in the form of the Bhagavad Gita.